Something very, very interesting here. Now, this looks like it is a half-inch anvil on this new leaked Milwaukee Fuel compact impact wrench. So, again, just trying to use some common sense here. Is this the 3/8 version of the compact impact wrench? And is this the half-inch version of the compact impact wrench? What I do know, all right, is this is called a compact impact wrench. And this is called a compact impact wrench. So what I'm thinking is we might see a 1/4 inch and a 3/8 version, okay, that looks like this. We might see a 1/2 inch version that looks like this. All right. Maybe they wanted to separate torque. Like I said, and that's why there's a lot of people commenting on my original video with this impact wrench, which I call the stubby, but obviously it's called the compact. But a lot of people are saying, oh, I'm so excited. I wonder, I should just throw out my mid-torque. That's great. I just bought the mid-torque, or the mid-torque. I was going to say mid-range, but that's the wall. Again, I don't think you're going to see 600 foot-pounds out of this impact wrench, all right? I don't think you're going to see 400. I think you're going to see probably around 300, all right? I think you're going to see a 20% increase as it going from a 12-volt to an 18-volt. And this, I'm telling you, might even be smaller than the 12-volt, right? We kind of saw it with the Surge, too. The 18-volt Surge actually was a little bit smaller than the 12-volt. But we're not talking about this one right now. But I have a feeling that maybe they wanted a compact. Now, these are replacing the, probably the 6 or 7 year old compact impact wrench. You guys know it. They actually made them one key around 2 or 3 years ago. Still kind of expensive. And I'm sure they're still going to be available for a certain point or for a certain amount of time. But that's what I think these are replacing, guys. Obviously, with technology, they can get it a little bit smaller, probably with the 1/4 inch, probably with the 3/8. But maybe they wanted to get a little bit more torque out of the 1/2 inch. Now, I mean, this could be this. It just doesn't make sense that they're going to come out with a, I don't know. I don't see why they couldn't make this size a 1/2 inch. I didn't know why they had to go to this to make it, I don't know. We are going to find out is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know much, guys, about this. I don't know the specs, obviously. Again, just trying to use common sense here. I doubt highly that they're going to have a 1/2 inch, 3/8, and a 1/4 inch version of, let's call this the stubby, which we know, I think it's called the compact. And we know this is the compact. They're calling this the compact as well. So I think that this is just the 1/2 inch version of the compact. And this is probably the 3/8 and the 1/4 inch. If that is the case, I think you're going to see a lot of people, listen, like I said, Milwaukee has a cult following, as you all know. So some people will buy this one and this one. And I bet you, there's a pretty big group of you out there that are going to buy both of these. Now, certain people who are a little bit more stringent with their cash flow, I would probably, unless there's a huge difference in torque. All right. And again, I just don't see why they couldn't make, and I'm not saying that this model or this size let's just call it the stubby. It'll make it easier. I don't see why the stubby here, you couldn't make a 1/2-inch anvil on this. I don't know why you had to go to this. Because, you know, obviously it's probably not anything too major. It's probably an inch bigger, maybe even less than an inch. All right. But if you're going to get 400 foot-pounds out of this one and 300 out of this one, and, you know, you're using a 1/2-inch, you know, usually if you're bringing out your 1/2-inch, you need a little bit more power, right? Not saying 300 foot-pounds is a lot, guys, right? Remember, high torques used to be around 200, 250. We're talking 10 years ago. So, with this lithium-ion stuff anyway. Obviously not with pneumatic. But, you know, this stuff's going to be coming out, guys. And I'm obviously showing it without a lot of information. So, I'm just going off the top of my head here, guys, to be honest with you. I haven't looked for any information. If you guys know any information or find out any information, feel free to put it below. But a little disappointed, I have to be honest. And that would be only if this stubby version, and again, this is the compact and this is the compact. So they're both called the same thing. That's why I just don't see them coming out with a 1/4-inch. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I don't want to go over it again because it just doesn't make sense. But like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed that a 1/2-inch version would not be made available in this sized impact wrench. Now, I could be totally off, and I probably am. There might be a 1/2-inch version of this. I mean, I don't, gun to my head, I'm going to say no, but there could be. But we know this exists, right? So I just don't see why they would have two different, you know, two different sized impact wrenches that are both called compact. All right. Again, unless they wanted to get a little bit more power with the 1/2-inch version of their compact impact wrench. It's the only thing I could think of, people. All right. Still cool, and I can't wait to see the specs. You also have the tri-mode lighting here, guys, and you got that nice rubber overmold, as you can see here on the side to protect, you know, that gearbox area. All right. Comes with 2 5s when in a hard case. They're still selling it with that crappy charger, you know, not the rapid charger. I mean, come on. Can we please, you know, we're spending a lot of money here. Now, price-wise, like I said, you know, probably $400, right? $399, maybe $349 if you get the 3/8. I don't know. Again, I'd rather have this one than this one. But I think it's time they start inserting that rapid charger in these kits. You know, again, with these 5s. You know, pick your poison, guys. Do you want something with 21,700 power that's going to be half the size, all right, in height, but it's going to be a little bit longer, all right? So, you know, my thing is I'd rather have it come with 3s, and if the 3's kind of getting in the way because it's a little bit longer and whatnot, you know, what's the point of having the 3 compact batteries? What's the point of having the 3 21,700 celled, you know, batteries if they're not going to kind of use them for tools like this? Now, I could see maybe the 3/8 here coming maybe with the 1/2-inch, the 5 amp hour battery. All right. But, you know, I don't know what the big deal is with the 3, but this one you could definitely get a 3 on, and it won't look like, you know, a clown's foot. But anyway, guys, You got your 1/2 inch here. And they might make this version, you know, another odd thing, guys. This could be, I mean, I can't even be certain this is a 1/2 inch anvil by looking at it. You know, they might have this available in a 1/2 inch and a 3/8, and have this version available in a 3/8 and a 1/4. So with both styles, you can get a 3/8 anvil. Maybe this one has 300, you know, foot-pounds. Maybe this one has 350. All right, you know, there's only so hot much you can go, right, with a 3/8 anvil, right? Once you start getting around that 400-500, you know, 1/2 inch starts to make a lot more sense. But interesting, to say the least, folks. All right, we'll catch you flip side.